Hi guys, it's SugarPlumSimss here and welcome back to another video. So today we are making a family apartment in The Sims 4 and this is actually suggested by Queen Shy, I think it was. So thank you for that suggestion. I had a lot of fun building this apartment. So it's in the ZENView apartment, I think, and it is up on the gallery if you'd like it. The walls for some of the rooms I had to get rid of because of the way that apartments are uploaded to the gallery, so it might look a little weird, and it's also been uploaded in 2 parts instead of just 1, so that's just something to bear in mind if you do decide to download this. So this is a family apartment, so I added in 3 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. There's a master bedroom, a twin bedroom for, I'm assuming, maybe 2 children, and then a teen bedroom, which I designed in mind for like a teen girl, but it could also be for a boy if you wanted it to. And the twin bedroom I did design for like maybe 2 children, maybe a boy and a girl, or 2 girls, depending on what you like. So we are just working on the living room right now. And the living room, I probably should have made this area a kitchen and dining room, but I kind of wanted it to be the family space. Maybe that's been done on purpose so that if like someone comes into the house, then the family can still enjoy their maybe more private moments, and the rest of the house will be for like guests and stuff. And the living room is more of a blue theme. I actually quite like the look of the living room. I use the blue wallpaper that you see now, the one on the wall with the television, and then I also use this stone wallpaper which I thought looked quite nice in it. And then over here that we are working on the wall for is going to be where the kitchen is. And the kitchen, right now it has white counters. We do change those to blue counters because I feel like they look a little bit nicer maybe, and not as plain as just white counters because I think that's a little bit boring. And also added a dishwasher and a microwave because I usually always forget to add those things, and I added them this time, which is kind of good I guess, because I don't really add those very often. I always forget. Same with like a bin. I actually think I almost forgot to add a bin in this build, but I managed to remember. Although it's not too bad because you always have the apartment bin thing outside, so yeah. And I also actually put the dining room table kind of in the kitchen, I guess you could say, because it's not really in or outside of the kitchen because there's no walls dividing the kitchen. This apartment is very open plan. I quite like it that way just because it's more probably family friendly. So the dining room is in the kitchen, and I use this glass table which I thought looked nice. And I was going to add a lot more clutter in this house because it's a family house, and what's a family home without a bit of clutter and mixed matched furniture. Sorry, I am getting tongue-tied as I usually am in these videos. But anyway, so I wasn't sure where to add a desk. Right now I'm just adding this room divider thing, bookshelf I guess you could call it, which I actually really like and I've used it so many times. But also I didn't know where to put a desk. I wanted it in the living room, but I don't think there was really any space. So I did add it outside by the kitchen, and also I was kind of struggling on what to put on these walls because it was a bit of an awkward space to work with, but I think I managed to make it look alright. And also adding that game controller, because I mean, you gotta love playing games and stuff on here. And also I've only just noticed that that wall divider thing is a little bit in the wall, which is kind of annoying me right now. I probably should have noticed that before, which I didn't. And also I did player test this house already because I was a little bit conscious of the fact that in the twin bedroom or like 2 bedroom that really doesn't make sense, sorry. In the bedroom with 2 beds in it, I kind of made this bunk bed type bed, and I wasn't sure whether it was going to work because I've seen the Sims Supply do something similar, and it doesn't always work. You really have to kind of fiddle around with it and change it a bit, and I did player test it after I uploaded it because I forgot before, and I was going to take it down if it didn't work, but it actually worked alright. And it does look a little bit weird when your Sims get out of bed, but it works, which is the main thing, and it looks cool, which is good, I guess, and probably what I was going for. So working on this main space here, I thought it would be nice to include the keyboard because I've included that in a lot of my builds so far. And also that plant pot, I actually got that idea for it from SugarPlumSimss, and she did something similar. I say similar, but I think she did the exact same thing, where basically you get this urn or pot thing, and then you scale up a plant or flower or something and put it inside, and I thought that looked quite nice. And I also really like those heart decorations on the wall. I don't usually use those because when I first got Outdoor Retreat, which is the pack they came from, I used them way too much, and so I kind of stopped myself from using them as much, and then I just kind of forgot about them. So I put them in the living room along with these shelves, which I also added some things on top of, which I thought looked quite nice, and just cluttered it up a bit more, which I think is definitely important in a family home because in my view, family houses aren't always like clutter-free and stuff and neat looking. There's always going to be a bit of mess or mismatched furniture, so that is a thing I had to keep in mind, although I did kind of keep it a little neater than I would have liked. I'm also adding this football table in, or foosball, whatever you'd like to call it, and now we're just working on the outside area. So in the outside area, I added a little barbecue, which I thought looked quite nice. I was going to use the big barbecue, but I just don't think it was as family friendly maybe. Or actually, it is quite nice as a family home, but this is more of a smaller family apartment. And the table I used was one of these outdoor tables, and I used these new chairs from City Living, which I thought looked quite nice outside. And I really wanted to use the stone wallpaper all along the wall, but it didn't really match the outside, so I just stuck with the default wallpaper for this particular apartment. And I think I do add that I keep the, what's it called, the vines or something, greenery. And what I did find was it's quite weird with apartments on the outside balconies that when you're trying to put stuff in, it goes a little weird because I guess of the way they were designed, and sometimes you just can't really click on stuff, or it moves in a weird position. I don't really know. That was just something I found to be a bit weird and slightly annoying because I couldn't delete the lights on top of the balcony, which I would have liked to do. I probably would have changed them, but that is just something we have to deal with. And also adding a little bench. I thought maybe if this was a family apartment, which it is, then maybe they had like the children paint this bench, which I know when I was younger we had a bench that we had painted like pink and stuff, quite girly actually. And now we're just working on the downstairs bathroom. So there are 3 bathrooms, as I've mentioned, and the downstairs bathroom, more of a guest bathroom, but it does also have a shower, and then upstairs you have the bathroom shared between the 2 children's bedrooms, and then there is a master bedroom and ensuite. So working out the wallpapers here, I wanted to use a bit of orange because that is kind of a complementary colour to blue, so that is something I liked. And just adding toilet paper because that's something I always make sure to do because you can't really have a bathroom without toilet paper. Just saying. and yeah, just finishing up the bathroom, adding a few more decoration items, and also a bin, told you I didn't forget, and also a fire alarm. That is also something that I usually don't remember to put in, or usually can't be bothered to. And more lights. So I think we are coming up to the end of the downstairs and we are moving on to upstairs. So this is the master bedroom, and it's the biggest room of the house, as you would probably expect from a master bedroom. And it's probably my favourite room. Right now it doesn't look so good because obviously we've only just started, but when I add in the darker wallpapers, and also I can't remember whether I add in an ottoman or not, but yeah, I tried to put in like a, what is it called, a set of drawers at the end of the bed, but it just didn't really work out very well. And I added in this new ottoman instead, and I really like that set of drawers there that we were just looking at, the city living ones, but they don't really work very well with some of the furniture I find. I think it's a particular type of furniture colour scheme that it requires, and I was just not using that. So also adding some little decoration items on top of the desk of drawers, no, not desk of drawers, set of drawers. I don't really know if that's the word to use for it, I don't know. And also a painting. I feel like we need more paintings. I know we get so many with these packs and stuff, but there's just some type of paintings that we kind of do need with The Sims 4. Maybe more of like the plain paintings that go with a lot more colour schemes. And also figure out what rug to use, because I really like the fur rug. That is one of my favourite rugs that we have so far, and it goes with a lot of different types of styles of rooms. And I use the black rug in this room because I feel like that looks quite sophisticated. And also I found with the more earthy toned wallpaper, it made the bedroom look quite nice. And I didn't know what to put on that wall there. I did a plant. I don't know whether I like that or not, but I didn't really know what else to put. And I think we add in a painting. Yes, this painting here. I don't know whether that looks weird behind the bed or not. I feel like it looks alright, but at the same time it does look slightly odd maybe in the position that it's in. I don't know. And the master bedroom, I used all the fancy furniture for it, and also darker wallpaper, just because I feel like sometimes darker wallpaper looks a little more sophisticated, and that is the look I was going for the master bedroom, because when you have children in the house, I'm sure you want a place to go to that is quiet and more relaxing, which is what I wanted for the master bedroom. For this bedroom, this is the teen bedroom, and I wanted originally to put a double bed in, but I just feel like the space was too small to make it work, so we go for this single bed that came with City Living, and it's actually a really nice bed. It's got like I don't really know what you call it, it's behind the bed, it's that type of padding, no, not really padding, it's just that texture on the back of the bed, which I think looks quite fancy, and for a teen bedroom, I definitely think it works quite well. And this teen is kitted out with all the gear. They have like a really nice wardrobe and also a desk that actually kind of reminds me of my setup now, because my desk doesn't look like that, but it has a similar style of furniture. I feel like that desk looks quite like an IKEA desk maybe, and also adding another painting, and I thought I'd try and be clever with moving those paintings along so that they were shorter, but it didn't really work. Instead, I just added some posters on the wall, because even though I don't have any posters on my walls and I'm a teenager, but I feel like that is something that some teenagers do have. And now this is the twin bedroom for 2 children. And here is where I do this weird thing with the beds that I think looks kind of cool, which is basically just making like a bunk bed. And I don't know where I've seen this actually. Oh, actually, it was in a television series that I used to watch when I was younger. I think it was called The Sleepover Club, and It's an Australian television show, so you probably won't have heard of it. And I'm not Australian, but it was on English British TV, so that is something I watched. And one of the characters has a bunk bed type thing like this, so I thought that looked quite cool. And I also thought I'd make the bedroom slightly clashing, maybe. Basically, I did more, I want to say stereotypically boy and girl bedroom, but obviously if you like the more boy type colour scheme and you're a girl, that's fine too. And I used colours that I tried really hard to make them look somewhat look good together, but they don't really look great together. It's just something I feel like if you had two different types of children in a room, that would probably happen. And setting a little desk thing, well, art desk, whatever you'd call it, and more posters, because what's a bedroom without posters in it? I don't know, my bedroom maybe? And yes, and a little toy box. Oh wait, no, we change it. So that is the child bedroom, and I thought that rug there was a little bit too girly maybe, or at least I just wanted it to look more clashing, so we add in these two rugs, which are actually complementary colours, so not exactly clashing, but still anyway. And now we are on to the family bathroom, or at least the child bathroom, and we do this bathtub thing, which I feel like is a lot more family-esque, and this little sink and whatever that thing is called, which I don't know what it's called, but anyway, and a mirror. So that's the bedroom, and finally we are moving on to the little hallway area. And also, if you're wondering, I did mention this before, but the child's bedrooms are all player tested. Everything in the house is player tested, so if you're wondering if the bunk beds work, they do, and so they should work. So I did a few little toys scattered in the hallway because I feel like that's something a family house would have, and also a little painting, and I think we are coming up to the screenshots now. So if you did enjoy the video, then please give it a thumbs up, and also all my links will be down below, and also where to find the house on the gallery. I do hope you enjoy, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing